Hi guys, welcome to another quick guidance video. In today's video, I will answer a question that is so frequently asked. How is my profile? What can I do to improve my profile? So let's just start with what really is a person's profile, right? A profile by a very basic definition can be defined as something which is a sum of your academic scores, academic past, work experience, internships, the duration that you have worked or interned, and also what kind of work you have done, your position of responsibilities, your extracurricular activities, or basically things that you do apart from the compulsory activities. Okay. For example, if you are not really supposed to dance as per your curriculum, then that can be included in your profile. Any awards, certificates, scholarships, etc. that you get, all of those form a part of your profile. A profile can be said to be something which is a little bit more than your resume. Okay, so in resume you just put out your accomplishments. In your profile you also put in all the experiences and exposures that you have had. So any social work that you have done, any position of responsibilities that you have held. These are generally activities which you would like to pursue, but you do it more passionately. Okay. So for example, say that you like writing. Now you can say that that is my hobby. Writing is my hobby. But you take it a step forward and you create a blog for yourself. Or you are like a really good writer on Quora who has a lot of followers. Or you have some certificates just for writing poems, articles, etc. So it's basically, apart from your academics and work ex, of course, basically taking any of your hobbies, any of your passions, any of your likings, and putting a little bit more effort into them to make them into a good or a better accomplishment. Now, why is it important, right? Why do people want to have a good profile, or why do others who look at your resume want you to have a good profile? Well, it tells recruiters that you would spend enough time and thought in the things that are not even compulsory, right? So, for example, writing was not really compulsory when you tried to pursue it as a passion, but you just put in so much effort into writing and you put in so much thought that you have actually come somewhere even with writing. That was just your hobby. Okay. So this is something which is really liked by professions like in consulting, for example. They just love to have people who are good with time management. And when you show them that you have pursued a hobby or a passion in such a way that you get so good at it, that shows that you can manage your time really well. You can complete all the activities that were compulsory. Along with that, you have also done something which was not really compulsory, but just because you liked it, right? Another example I can take, for example, it's sketching. Okay, you can either sketch in your free time, or you can create an Instagram page for it. You can create a booklet of your own. You can create a website where you have all your sketches, etc. So this is just taking it a level up. What it basically does is that it tries to create a consistency in you. Okay. So for example, when I started writing on Quora, I was writing very sporadically. I would write some days, I would not write some days. Then when I started writing a little bit more, I got a good number of followers. And when I got a good number of followers, I knew that now I have to write consistently. Okay, so that was the moment when I started writing consistently. So that built a habit in me of finding time and of writing good content consistently. Similar, I think, with the YouTube videos as well, right? I just started it to help out a lot of people, to just answer their questions, etc. But in between, of course, it was very tough for me. It was very tough to manage the entire my management studies and also this. But I found a way to make it work somehow. And now that I have it established like this, I'm sure that it will be consistent enough that I will find some or the other time to create a video weekly for everyone, right? So this is just taking my passion for maybe helping, for maybe mentoring students to another level. And that is what they expect from you as well, okay? So now I will just get into what all really counts in a profile. Any kind of wins that you have had, maybe in your extracurricular activities, anything. Participation does not really count because everything starts with participation, right? So suppose you are like average in singing and you start participating in a lot of events. When you are participating, you're for sure practicing as well. So when you are participating, you will get participation certificates, but more and more you practice, you will reach the winning stage as well. And hence those win certificates count a lot because they matter a lot in your resume, right? Also, as I mentioned, profile includes like everything in your resume. And I've already talked about how to create an impactful resume. It's like a must watch video. So do check it out. The link is up there on the screen. So yes, as I was saying, what all counts? So your wins count. And also, I think that you need to get proof for everything because, I mean, of course, not outside of colleges, but when I was in the B school, it was that it is compulsory for you to get a proof for whatever you want to write in your resume. So I would also recommend people who are winning, who are doing things which require proof from someone else so that they have that entire proof. Just have that sentence, that I won out of 100 participants. That will make a really good point for your CV. Okay. So now that we know what really is a profile, what all counts in a profile, why is it important, etc., let's just see how to build a profile. Okay. Now I have had students who have poor academics, who just say that I've done nothing except studying. So the point is that you understand what a profile is. Now whatever has happened, right? You are at this point when you realize you have to build a profile. Okay. So at this moment, what should you do? You should firstly look at any kind of hobbies, etc., that are out there. Anything that you think you can pursue and get it to a next level. Just as I said, if you are good in sketching, you can just create a small Instagram page, right? If you are good in cooking, you can also create a YouTube channel, an Instagram page. Social media has just, enabled us to do so much by just our basic talents. Okay. If you want to, for example, enroll in something, maybe a course, maybe a workshop, maybe a lot of programs which just give out certificates, just ensure that you are not enrolling in very, very random things just for certificates. Ask yourself, what is my output from it? What is it that I will learn through this particular thing? Okay. So when you feel that you are learning something, you are getting a little bit of experience, you are getting something out of it, then it is decent enough to do something for a certificate as well. I'll just give a small example. One of the people in the Telegram group, Shiv Chaitanya, he just helped us organize a webinar with his own university, and there were like over 700 people that attended it overall. And I think that it was really, really helpful for him and for me. For him, he got a lot of experience in speaking to the management and speaking to the administration and getting it arranged. He got everything organized, okay? And then that led to a good experience for me. So the certification or the proof that he gets is something good that he did and something that he can mention in his resume. So that should be something that you should be looking for. Is this skill that something that I want to build? Is this experience something that I want to take? And then go ahead and do it. Okay. Just small advice is try to either follow a passion or try to get a good learning out of something. Just don't run behind anything that is out there because there are tons of things that are out there. Okay. Again, if your academics is not perfect, you can still better it from profile, because I have seen people who have had like almost 7 CGPA, etc., but their extracurricular section is really good or their POR section is really, really good, and recruiters would generally look at the entire resume and not just your academic scores generally. Okay. Talking about the other things, I have talked a lot about extracurriculars. Of course, it can include any kind of social activities that you do. For example, working with NGOs, you can volunteer to work with them. You can work with them for 2 or 3 months. You will get a good experience out of it. And I mean, of course, they can provide you a certificate as well. So that is something you can put in your extra currics apart from all the different things that I've already talked about. I also have had people ask me where should we get these NGOs from. I'm sure there are really good NGOs working in almost every neighborhood. You just need to search it online. I can take a few names, but that would bias everyone towards a few NGOs. So I think that you should just look online for whatever cause you want to support and you will find an NGO for that, okay? Another thing that can work for your profile is internships. Now, which kind of internships will really work for profile? I think that's something, anything which will help you learn something, okay? Suppose you want to go into management field. You can learn something related to finance, related to marketing, related to HR, strategy, anything. So even though it is broad enough, I think you should learn something that would be relevant for you later on. And internships are generally more openly provided from companies, so that is why it is easier to get any kind of internship, okay? Especially target startups, etc. They have a lot of learning because they work at a very fast pace and you can learn quite a bit from your internship as well, okay? And different sources where you can find internships is you can put it out on LinkedIn. You can of course search it over there. There are a lot of openings that come out there. There are websites for internships specifically, which I'm sure you would know. So these are the different ways you can get that as well, okay? Now, moving on to PORs, that is position of responsibilities. Generally, this is best gained out of your undergraduate college, okay? Because over there you will have a lot of clubs. You will have a maths club, science club, or just counseling club, placement club, dance club, and a ton of clubs, okay? And all of these clubs you can like be part of any club, try to become the coordinator, try to get some new things done in that club so that you get good points for your resume, and you will of course get a good exposure and experience, and that is something that will enhance your profile. So PORs, I feel that the best time is in college. Of course, out of college in your job, etc., you can do, but it is not that impactful because the clubs of offices are not really that active, okay? Now just talking about one last thing, that is it important for MBA admissions? Is profile really important for MBA admissions? Well, not so much, because the calls are really based on very objective parameters, okay? It is just based on like your past academic score, your work experience, academic diversity, CAT score. So once the calls are done, after that, of course, it has an impact on your interview. You can impress the interviewer just by your profile. But just while getting the call, it's not that important. Hence, when the interviewer asks for your hobbies or your profile, it might be something that is good to have. So it will really help in the interview overall. So that is from me regarding profile, regarding all the questions of how much profile is important and how to improve your profile, etc. I hope that this video helped you. Of course, just let me know on Telegram what you think about it. Let me know in comments below. And do share, do like, do subscribe if you feel that this was helpful for you. And I will see you again soon with a new topic. Thanks a lot.